Good morning. It's 60 Seconds to Serenity with Gregg Hammond on Wednesday, December 13, 2017. 60 seconds to serenity. We're breathing with a calm, gentle breath coming in. You think of a calm, serene beach like the one behind me here, with waves coming in slowly and gently onto the sandy beach and then coming back. Going back out. So your breath is controlled. You're thinking about it. You're focusing on controlling your breath to go in and out like that, which is a little different than you usually do. And we are pairing that with our thoughts of gratitude and our empowering thoughts. For some of the empowering thoughts that I've done with my non-dominant hand, you've seen before, such as I am healthy, I am happy, I am helpful. I live in paradise, meaning everywhere I go in my mind, I'm in paradise because I'm using 60 seconds to serenity tools of focusing my mind on the things that I want, empowering thoughts with my breath, so that within 60 seconds I can take myself to the calm, serene mind, which is the superpower, our own superpower. You have this ability. Many times we go through our life not understanding that that's what we have the ability to do, to take control, to use exercises, pair them together, team them together, exercises of empowering thoughts, our breathing, to go to the calm mind. And recommended reading for you is James Allen's As a Man Thinketh, and the chapter on serenity. I loved this chapter. It's the very last chapter. I recommend the audio book. It's less than an hour, and the opening statement about calmness of mind is one of the beautiful jewels of wisdom. Meaning that if you are wise, you understand that staying calm and responding to things within your day is your power, is your choice to harness that superpower that you already have. But most of the time, people have not practiced that. They didn't teach you that in school. And what you see from our environment is people reacting and getting upset and reacting to something that somebody said or something that happened or somebody's opinion. And usually it can be so fast that you might not have actually understood what was occurring. Regardless of those circumstances, you always have the opportunity to harness your choice, the choice of responding or reacting. And when you're in your calm mind, your serene mind, you have control. I have my flat stone that I've shown you, that I put that in my hand and think of that power of choice of the smooth side if I respond, the rough side if I react. So I'm holding that as I go through my gratitude list. I go through the list of the things that I've written down for my day, to start my day, to start in a mindful gratitude place inside my own mind, right? I think about the things that I'm grateful for. And when I write those things down, I think about them specifically in detail and take my mind there, my imagination. It's the power of the imagination as I use that to rewind to those particular places, the particular people, the particular things that I have on my list. As I rewind my mind and go through that, I let the wheels turn. I let that become the main part of my thought, and tie that emotion with my breathing, my controlled breathing, the serene, calm, 60 seconds to serenity type breath, right? in 60 seconds, I've brought myself to the calm mind. Now, we've done a couple of different exercises. I have the non-dominant hand exercise that I've been showing you, right? And I'm going to move these comments out of the way so that I can see this. So I added in, you know, I have the name. You put your first and last name. You're printing this, the day of the week, the month, the number on the calendar. I have sunrise, sunset, the times. And if you've been doing this for the past 2 weeks or more, that we've been adding in sunrise and sunset and the temperature, and then the wind speed, and I added humidity in there. It's interesting to go back and track that, and do a little bit of tracking to see what kind of changes may or may not have occurred. Good news, your life just got a whole lot easier because you're using 60 seconds to serenity. And by doing that, you're taking control of your mind, your response to things in your day, and you become the change that you want to see in the world, because you want to see the world operating in a peaceful and calm mind. For today, Wednesday, I'm adding in some chimes. I'll bring more and more chimes and add those in, but just a few chimes. To see how long we can hear that. When does it fade away? If you have an instrument and you're playing that, I recommend you play one note and see how long you can hear that, because you can increase the distance that you, or the amount of time and distance that you hear the sound when you play a note. So I can still hear that. And you want to do that with your own chimes at home. So as you are harnessing your superpower and your calm mind, you are committing to yourself, which is your individual commitment to a group effort, right? The group mindset, the human family around the entire globe. There are some cool groups. Global Jam for Peace group is one that you can find here on Facebook. The Global Jam for Peace Ambassadors is another one. And then the Positive People Army. There are plenty of them out there. Once you start into these groups, it'll suggest, let me hold that up there. It will suggest more. But Global Jam for Peace is focused on peace and music and the power of the music. And we're using that to totally shift the world. Very powerful exercise we've talked about is writing down 6 things that you need to do for the day. The top 6 things, right? And then make sure you get those things done. The top most important things on the top of the list. Now, I have lists with 50 things because I just keep thinking of things. I write those down. I continually keep track of all the things that I need to get done, and then I go through the list and check them off as I complete them. So all of the gratitude, and then the non-dominant is obviously non-dominant. The power of this exercise is to gently push yourself through something that is not very, very challenging as far as setting a big goal. But as we come through the end of the year, as you're reaching your calm mind and you're repeating this, the more times that you do it, the more that you'll start to find that you're receiving insight into potentially the things that resonate with you that you could do. Projects, relationships, instruments, playing some particular instrument that you've thought about. You'll find that inside these 60 seconds to serenity, when you're doing this and you're just saying, I've got 1 minute, I'm going to do the breathing, the focus on the gratitude, you'll find that you'll get these insights. And so what I recommend is that as you get these, you write them down, regardless of whether you have a fantastic memory, which is something that you can harness the fact that you choose to say that to yourself and empower yourself with, I have a very good memory. I have an excellent memory. I remember everything. Say these are some of the empowering statements that we've talked about. I am happy, I am healthy, I have an amazing memory. And I say that because the idea of the empowering statement is to replace and weed out, replace and weed out disempowering statements that you may not know, you may think, oh, I don't have any, but most of the time they're there because they come in. Our subconscious mind is like a sponge, and the scientific research is showing things that many teachers have talked about, but now scientists are able to show in more detail that the brain inside the memory and the capacity is endless. It goes on and on. They're realizing that you have like the giant cloud. You think about how expansive the universe is. If you look out there into the universe and you see how far galaxies go, how far the stars go, and our solar system, and all of that relation of size and distance, they're finding that the brain can actually store like an endless amount of information, that we use a very small portion of it. And working with teachers in the past, I've had some teachers that were amazing at helping others learn how to access awareness, to build the strength to access the awareness faster. And part of the 60 Seconds to Serenity is my combination of many teachers bringing all of this together for the purpose of the superpower of the calm mind, the serene mind, and then as we've accomplished incorporating that across the landscape of our mind, of our own personal self, we're tending to the garden, like in the dirt. We're preparing the soil so we can plant all these seeds. As we come into 2018, I'm going to launch into a ton of very valuable personal growth tools. But this is just the groundwork. We're talking about just getting yourself to a calm mind where insights are coming in and you're feeling better, you're responding to things, which means your day is going better, and you're learning the power of that, staying hydrated, using your non-dominant hand to write a few things out, doing a little bit of research. We're building awareness, we're building the calm mind in preparation for a 2018 that will be amazing as we go into the new year. The insights that come in, write them down, because these will be ideas that come from your building the awareness, and the teachers that help me build my awareness. I'm extremely grateful to them. Moment of gratitude for those teachers. And I'm sure that if you have a teacher that had a big influence in your life, that's somebody you want to write down in your gratitude list. You can write that person down every single day, or people, and have gratitude for how much they passed along to you. I'm going to hop off of here because I have to do some of my study for the morning and get to my calls. I'm super excited. It's an amazing Wednesday. I've got a lot of fantastic stuff that I'm going to accomplish, and I am sending that out to you too. You're going to accomplish a lot of things, especially when you're harnessing your calm mind. Or check out the Serenity, the last chapter of As a Man Thinketh by James Allen. Get the whole thing, but that last chapter, and we'll talk about beginning to write that, not non-dominant hand, just with your dominant hand. We'll write out the Serenity chapter. So if you can find that, we'll do that. As soon as you find it, you can start, or we'll start it in the next couple of days here. So peace, love, music. I will see you very soon.